Regie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. At the moment, we are broadcasting on the Twitch machine, but you on YouTube may see this video at some point in the future. I just realized what some of the requirements were around this Twitch streaming stuff, and give a huge shout out to several subscribers that have kind of reached out to me to help me to better understand the rules of the road, as it were, with Twitch. I am very familiar with a lot of the details of YouTube after having been on YouTube for a couple of years, but moving to a different platform, it is a whole different set of lingo and jargon that I am trying to familiarize myself with. Let me tell you, it is not the same. And so, to that point, I am going to hopefully continue getting myself up to speed on these various platforms to understand the ins and outs and the rules and all that kind of stuff, with the hope of being able to continue bringing to you guys good content. That is my hope. And that is indeed the goal. So we are going to do a little bit of a chat over here. It is, I don't even know what day it is. We're still in Voldemort land and lose track of the days and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to sit here and have a little bit of a chat about something that came to my attention earlier today when I was perusing the internet. A creator out there is doing some really cool things, and I wanted to kind of spend a little bit of time talking about this guy, Luciano Vicilio. I think that's how you say his name. I probably butchered his name beyond recognition by anyone that knows how to correctly pronounce an Italian name. I completely butchered it, but this dude is pretty talented. I think he's going to be working on the New Warriors coming up soon, and he again put out some things that I thought were pretty cool, right? So I want to go ahead and pop up the screen here and try to share some of this stuff with you guys. So a couple of people rolling in here. What is this? Some Goosefang says he has a 3D printer going on. Man, if I ever make the jump into that, I may have to reach out to you. We looked at those for a little while, these 3D printers, and never made the actual jump. So Wes, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you for certain. So let me go ahead and try to share my screen with you guys. Let me go ahead and show my screen with you guys so I can show you what it is that I was checking out earlier today. And I'm going to apologize. I'm going to apologize in advance. If I suddenly start to sweat profusely, it is not because I'm nervous. It is not because I'm embarrassed. It is because I just finished working out and these lights are hot in here. But this is one of the really cool mashups that this artist, Luciano, actually put together. Is a cool mashup that he did of Marvel and DC characters. And on the left, you basically have a mashup of Captain America and Wonder Woman. And it's an interesting look. It's an interesting look. It looks a lot more like Wonder Woman than it does Cap. But I think it's a pretty cool mashup. And I think that this one on the right-hand side, the Winter Wonder, is my favorite. I think the Winter Wonder is really cool. I'm not really a fan of like her face here, but the hair and the metal arm, I think that this is pretty cool. It's a mashup again of a DC and a Marvel character. And these are amalgamations. These amalgamations that my man is putting together here because there was a lot of excitement, I think, around the possibility that Marvel and DC may collaborate at some point in the future. And one of the things, well, let me hold on that. I'm gonna hold my thought because I was about to say something to you guys. I'm gonna hold my thought until I get through a few more of these little mashups here. What is this? There's commercials. There are commercials. I didn't know there were commercials. Check that out. Matt Woods, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. You know what? I need to do a little bit more research on that one. So we are on the Twitch machine. I think we're all going to have to make some adjustments to how this thing is flowing over here because it is not like YouTube. We are in a different land here. So let's pop open this second one. This is the second mashup that this guy dropped, and it is a mashup of, again, Marvel and DC. On the right hand side, we have the semi-god, and it is Thor and Superman. And to me, it looks a lot like just Thor. To me, it looks a lot just like Thor, but it is a mashup of the two. And then on the left here, we have Loki and Lex Luthor mashup, and not a big fan of this one. I guess those two things right there are basically the horns, which is kind of cool. Just cropped, and clearly the ball head right there. But the Thor Superman thing, I think, is really cool. And so what was interesting though is that I did a live stream a short while ago on YouTube, and I think some of you guys were over there for that one. And I got off of that live stream. I did a couple of things, and when I came back online, I actually found that he had released a couple of other mashups. And this is Shazam and Incredible Hulk. So I got a big kick out of this one. This one is actually pretty darn good. And it's just like smash with the, lightning bolt right there and the lightning bolt on the chest. I think that this one's pretty cool, pretty creative. Definitely an homage to the Hulk series with the smaller kid here in front of the bigger Hulk body. I think this one's pretty well done. And I don't know the order of how he actually did these. I don't know the sequence of it all, but definitely a really cool thing. So let me see what you guys are talking about. There are some amalgam books in his collection. Never read them, didn't know much about them. Yeah, so I think back in the day, Marvel and DC, I want to say, came together and did an amalgam book. I think there was only one. I could be wrong. But let's just say they collaborated. They did some amalgam stuff. There were people that are like, maybe this should come back. Maybe you guys should do it again. And I think part of it is like Todd McFarlane kind of urging some things to happen, possibly with Spawn and Spider-Man. This guy is basically, this creator is having a little bit of fun with this thing. So again, some pretty creative stuff. So Lex got some Brainiac going on. It's cool, man. I mean, the guy's just using his imagination. He's having some fun. Looks like Homelander, somebody says. Got a dope over here. They did it at least twice. Yeah, the Shazam Hulk is really good. It is cool. And then, yeah, I don't know what that one was. I didn't read the description on that one, but you're probably right. It's like a Shazam. I'm not as crazy about that one. Because I think She-Hulk's pretty. I think She-Hulk has a pretty face. I don't know about this face. I don't know what this face is right here. But the Hulk Shazam is definitely a really cool one. So there's one other that I found. And again, these were on this guy's his Twitter page. I actually just stumbled upon them while I was jumping online real quick. And this is the last one that I found. And I'm not that familiar with this character in the background. It's a combination of Nick Fury, who I know, but Amanda Waller. I'm not that familiar with Amanda Waller, so you guys can maybe help me out with that one. But it's a little bit of some Nick Fury going on over here. Clearly, that's based upon not the original Nick Fury, but the TV or the movie Nick Fury. And this is a mashup, Emerald Marvel, which is interesting. Emerald Marvel, and this is Captain Marvel and Green Lantern. It's actually not bad. This is actually not that bad. I kind of dig this one. It looks a lot like her suit from the movie, so it's not too far to departure, but it's actually pretty cool. I'd like to maybe see his insignia here, or maybe a blending of the two insignias. That one doesn't look enough like the Green Lantern, but this one's cool. And then of course it has the sash around the waist and stuff like that. So a couple of really cool mashups that this guy put together. I thought they were cool. She's in charge of, so thank you, brother. Because man, I'm trying with this DC stuff. Look at you with the fancy new platform. I don't know if it's a fancy new platform. The language here on Twitch is very different from the language of YouTube. It is a whole new platform in every way, shape, and form. And I am slowly trying to wrap my mind around subscriptions and bits and what's allowable and not allowable. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it. So I definitely appreciate you guys bearing with me as I work through some of this stuff. So there we go. Amanda Waller rocks. Check for early Suicide Squad. There we go. Okay, cool. That helps me. That helps because I really did not know who that character was, to be honest with you. But I thought that was those little mashups I thought were really cool. Something a little different. You know what? Let me go ahead and show this guy's Twitter page as well, just in case you guys want to follow him over there. But this is him, and I think he's actually going to be doing some work, like I said, for the upcoming New Warriors series, which is, you know, a series that is, you know, has been plagued with a couple of comments to the negative. But I thought that you know, I thought that these little mashups that he decided to do, I guess, on his own, I thought that those are really fun. So I kind of wanted to share that with you guys. All right. So let me get rid of those pop-up windows there. Let me see what you guys are talking about. I'm watching the interface actually on Twitch, and it looks very, very different. Very, very different. It is what it is. All right. So I wanted to show you guys a couple of other things while I have you guys here. And what we'll do is we will definitely just talk about whatever it is that you guys want to talk about. If you throw it up there, typically in all caps, it'll definitely help me to see it. But there's only 7 of you guys here, so it won't be too difficult to track the conversation. But one of the conversations that I've been having with a lot of people is around merchandise for the channel. A lot of people have been asking about merchandise. And so I thought, because we were doing a little bit of a special thing here on Twitch, I thought I would provide you guys with a little bit of insight into a few things, right? So I am working on additional merchandise. I'm looking to, I'm not going to go too deep into it. I save a lot of those early advanced things for the Patreon, but we are working on a couple of t-shirts. We have 2 designs that were done. One was done a long time ago. One was done recently. Those are with the screen printer and have been with her for about 2.5 weeks now. So I haven't put the pressure on her to deliver those just yet. Trying to give her a little time, trying to put a little space between me and the last t-shirt offering that I did. So I'm not really rushing it, but we will have 2 new shirts that will come out, 2 designs, I think, that are very different from maybe some things that we've done in the past. I think still fun, still creative. And hopefully you guys will enjoy them. We are doing a limited number as always, so that I don't tie up a ton of money and all that kind of stuff. So those will be coming. And then I'm also coming out with these right here. I don't know if you guys could see those in the background. I actually had these in the background in one of the previous videos that I recorded. Some people noticed it, some people didn't. But these are stickers, coming out with some Regie Collect stickers. I think I have like 250 of them, which, you know, it's like 2 stacks like this, not a whole lot. But what we'll be doing is we'll be offering these up at some point in the future, possibly along with the t-shirts. So the t-shirts will drop, and then I'll probably also put up the Regie Collect stickers as well for people to be able to order these things. I'm gonna try to make the price nominal, which is part of the reason why I want to put them up when the shirts go up. My thought is that if you buy a shirt, then you just pay a couple of extra bucks and you get a sticker too, because I'm not sure if stickers are a big enough draw. So I want to kind of add some stuff to it. So what is this? The box, yeah, the box cutters are cool. I think that's Chuck. The box cutters are cool, man. The problem that I have with the box cutters, and I'm a little like, they still cut, right? I mean, they still cut, and they cut pretty well. I'm very impressed with the quality of the box cutter itself. The product itself is solid, and I like them. I think part of the reason why I came out with them is because I wanted something that could actually help somebody in their comic book room and in the pursuit of the hobby, something that was functional, not just a tchotchke of some sort. My issue with them, of course, is that the words don't stay on there very long. That is my challenge. That is my challenge with it. Very, very disappointed in that. But even if the name comes off, the box cutter still works. And so that's how I kind of console myself to the fact that my name scrapes off relatively quickly. Was not happy with that supplier. Let me see what this says. Are you still going to be able to use Twitch and YouTube, not being able to cast it? Yeah, man. This was, woo, brother. I was sitting out and I was doing some bagging and boarding and assembling more BCW bins, because I got a couple more of those, and I was assembling them, and I saw a message that came in from a subscriber and was like, hey, I don't think you can simulcast at all at the same time, not that you're an affiliate. I was like, what? So I kind of put the phone down. I was like, man, I don't want to talk about that. So then I looked at it again. I was like, well, let me go do some research. Maybe this person is right. So I started looking around and Googled, can you do this? Right. And it was basically like, no, you can't. So I need to figure out how to do it. I need to figure out a strategy for doing it. And I have a method that I think will work. Like I can stream here live and interact with you guys, make the one on YouTube private, and then release the video on YouTube after 24 hours. Because the requirement is that Twitch wants the content to be exclusive to them for 24 hours. So that's one way to do it. The thing is, the audience here is much, much smaller than it is over on that other side, right? So it's definitely that balance of, and then if you have a video on that side that is private, that is then made public, people don't get the notifications. So the views will automatically be lower as a result of people not getting the notification. They would have to go to the channel to know that there's a video there. And so I need to work out how that works. And, what I'll do is I'll continue to noodle it. I'll continue to think about it, and something will hit me. Maybe what I'll end up doing is vice versa, right? Maybe I'll do a live stream over there that gets uploaded here, and I'll do a dedicated live stream at some point over the course of the week here on Twitch, and it might be Twitch only. I don't know. I'm still kind of noodling it. So scrolling through the comments here, let me see what this is saying. I use two cameras. Matt Wood says I use two cameras, one for YouTube and one for Twitch. Different camera angles means that it's a different content. Yeah, that's another approach. The challenge for me is I would need to figure out the internet, right? So with me, I have one line for my computer hardwired that comes into this room. So I would need to split it off to do a second computer. I would need to make sure I have another computer that can have the same, speed and processing speed and all that kind of stuff to be able to stream that way and have it be of a certain quality. And so that's another thought that I've been having, because there are other YouTubers and Twitchers and Discorders out there that do something similar to that. So I'm noodling that. And, because the challenge is when I do a live chat, right? If I am very interactive with the chat, you know what I'm saying? And so I think that that's part of what makes it fun for me and possibly for you guys, is that I'm literally just making this stuff up as I'm interacting with you guys in many cases. And so having two computers, two different chats, potentially, I don't know if my mind can expand to those levels. What is this? In my opinion, books from your collection would sell just slap Regie. I will tell you, man. Stay tuned, brother. Stay tuned. Sith Lord is in the house. How you doing, brother? It is good to see you, my friend. Man, I'm gonna tell you, these stickers, bro. These stickers, these are not just slap it on their stickers, right? These stickers are expensive, man. They are expensive, let me tell you. But really cool stuff. I'm definitely pumped about the Regie Collect stickers. A couple of people have been asking me for them for quite some time, so I decided to go ahead and do them. They've actually came in, I don't know, maybe 2.5 weeks ago. Maybe came in about 2.5 weeks ago, and they've just been sitting here at the house because, again, I'm trying to roll them out with more stuff than just hey, here's some stickers. You know what I'm saying? So I more to come on that. Hopefully, when the 2 t-shirts are ready, we'll roll the shirts out at the same time and the stickers, or maybe one of the shirts and the stickers, and we'll see. I'm still trying to play around with some of this stuff. So gotta buy those stickers by the roll, man. Loan me your credit card. No. I am so the part of the reason why I did this is because I don't know if you've ever gotten those stickers where it's hard to separate the sticker off of the back, right? And even if you got them as a roll, you still are not selling them by the roll, which means that you're going to have to individually cut each one of those. So I kind of noodled that. I was like, how much of my time do I really want to dedicate to cutting each one? And do I want somebody to get a sticker that they can't separate the back from the front? And so these are individual setups so that the sticker actually separates from the back very, very easily. And I also don't have to cut them, and also got in a regular size and shape, right? That's an oval that is 3x2, I want to say, not necessarily a standard roll kind of thing. And also got a nice matte finish on them because I thought the matte finish was really nice. So I definitely dig the stickers. Definitely did the stickers. Getting ready for the CGC signature label. Maybe. Matt says the stickers are going on the side. Man, I'm telling you, I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped to continue producing this stuff. To me, it's just fun stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? Like the box cutters, just fun stuff to do. You know, that's what a lot of this stuff is really about. And this is actually a pretty nice copy. So, oh, that's maybe not. Good thing I got a couple extra. So I interviewed, I think you guys know this. I actually interviewed, what's his name? Clayton Crane. I interviewed Clayton Crane as part of the Mainframe Comic-Con a couple of weeks ago. I think it was at the beginning of May or something like that. Had an opportunity to interview him and you know, I asked him a question around whether there was a cover, whether there was a comic cover that whenever he sees it, it makes him smile and it takes him back to a certain period, a certain time or whatever. And he commented that this comic right here is the comic that he harkens back to. And I think he says something like he really enjoyed working on the cover so much so that he did not want to turn it in because he was enjoying what he was actually doing. And so I actually went out and as a result of that, picked up a couple of copies of this. This is Sensational Spider-Man number 32. Sensational Spider-Man number 32. And it's a really cool cover here. It has, you know, Peter on the front and then Mary Jane on his back. And he said all that he really knew about this was that the government was after Peter and Mary Jane. And so that's what came to his mind is them trying to escape, I think, through like I don't know if it's a burned out building or a partially built building. It isn't clear to me, but look at the way she's holding. Look at the way she's holding onto my man. You know, it's a cool cover. It's a cool cover. And in my head, I was thinking maybe I'll send this in and have Clayton sign it and then he'll get a kick out of it, you know, and then I ended up not doing it. So yeah, so we'll store that. We'll store that in the bin. It's still a really cool book, nevertheless. So what is this? I've been looking for Sensational Spider-Man 32 and 9.8. Can't find. Really? Yeah, I can't. I was looking for Raws. I picked up 3 copies of Raw books. At least 2 of them are nice. That one has a crease in it. But yeah, I debated it. What is this? There is none in my collection, but there is one in his collection, but it has a spine tick. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I do not follow. I don't know if that's a her or what, but I do not follow the Peach. I know that Tom is now working with this person on a I think he or she did something for his mystery mail call or something like that, but I do not follow that person. MDE says I tried your pressing process better than I was getting, but still practicing. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. You know, the thing is that I try to do, honestly, with a lot of the content that I create, the content is really comes out of my own experiences. You know what I'm saying? So I literally will try lots of different things to make sure that it kind of works and that I can feel comfortable saying, okay, here's what I've done. Here's why I did it. Here's the limitations. Here's the pitfalls, right? And so with the pressing videos, I pressed a lot of books. I tried a lot of things. I documented the process and then I duplicated again and again and again and again so that I could actually record a video or a couple of videos technically and feel comfortable saying like, this is what you do, you know? And like you, I'm still learning. I am still learning. I'm still trying to perfect the craft. I'm still trying to get better. I'm still experimenting with cleaning and pressing because it's not a full-time gig for me, man. So it's just, I don't have hours upon hours just to do that thing, but I'm glad that the process is working for you. Glad that the videos were helpful because again, at the end of the day, that's what the content is all about. So it's a she. Thank you, brother. Oh, hold on. Let's check this one out real quick then. That's all I needed to know. Thank you very much for that. What is the name is it on Instagram? On Instagram, I'm guessing. So go to the IG machine and see. I can probably just go to Tom's page and there we go. Just found it that quick. Cool. She has 32,000 followers. So that's a healthy amount and not a single photo. Not a single photo. A lot of art though. A lot of art. I may have to look at that. Very cool though. Thank you for the heads up on that one, brother. What is this? Chuck says, not sure if I trust myself on pressing. Tend to be a bull in the China. Brother, so here's the thing. You might be a bull in the China shop, but I have a bias for action like nobody's business, right? Like I literally am like, okay, let's just do this. Let's just do this and see what happens. And then we learn from that. That is in many cases how I operate. So I definitely get where you're coming from. But you know, part of the reason I'll tell you, and I've actually talked about this at least 3 times today because people have left comments or reached out to me about this. I was all about having CCS do my pressing. All about it. And I had people that were reaching out like, Reg, you should press your books. It's not as difficult as you think. Nope. Not interested. Never going to press my own books. Reg, you should press your books. It's not that difficult. No, I'm not pressing my books. I was very comfortable just handing my money over to CCS. And because it wasn't like a crazy amount of money. And that is right up until they actually decided to change the pricing structure. And then if memory serves, it became almost as expensive to press a book as getting that book graded. And when that happened, I was like, all right, so let's figure this pressing thing out, right? Because I still liked getting book slab. I still like that. But it would pressing, getting books graded is expensive first, hard stop. Getting books pressed, clean, and graded is super expensive when the prices are roughly the same. And so I could not do it anymore. Something had to give. And what gave was me spending about 2 weeks just pressing books like nobody's business, documenting everything. I was in here, 10 minutes here, 5 minutes here, add 5 minutes, do this, flip this, add this thing here, see what happens. What is taking photos of the book, trying something, taking it out, taking photos of that, and then looking at the photos to see what the impact. That was the stuff that I actually did behind the scenes in order to feel comfortable doing a video saying, hey, this is how you press a book. And I think that the videos around comic book pressing have been well received by people. They're not perfect, but I'm also not an expert. So thank you for the kind words about that. And if you don't trust yourself, brother, don't do it. Just don't do it. Chuck, practice on 50-cent books and then you will learn. Man, I'm gonna tell you, there is nothing like when you press that first book that is actually worth some money. There is nothing like that. There is more sweat pouring off your head. Where you're like, I cannot mess this up. I cannot mess up this book because it's actually worth money. When you make that transition from the 50-cent book to the dollar book, it gets real serious, but it's fun. It's fun. So scrolling down, you guys are sitting here talking about that. Very good. Metal good. What is this? Metal on metal pressing. Metal on metal pressing. You got to tell me more about that. There's an extra word in there that I don't follow. I don't follow that. So here's the thing. If you go, I'm gonna help you out real quick. With this one. So I'm going to share my screen with you. This is what I decided to do over the break. I had a little bit of extra time on my hands. So what I decided to do, this is my website, regiecollects.com. What I decided to do is on the 24th, which was 2 days ago, I put together a starter kit for comic pressing. And in this video, I'm sorry, not in this video, but on this page, this blog post, it is a rundown of the resources that are actually used in my pressing videos. So these are each one as close as I could get to the resources that are used in that actual video. So this is the Transfer Craft Press 15 by 15 press. This is for sale at Amazon, exactly where I bought it. And so this is the polyester fabric that I used. Again, these are the exact resources as close as I could get to what I used in the video. So if you have any questions, if you guys head over to regiecollects.com, you scroll down, you find the blog post, and you will find this article that walks you through. These are the links to Amazon, and you can buy all of that stuff right over there at Amazon. So hopefully that helps. All right. People kept asking me for that, and I was like, I don't have time for that. I don't have time to put together a list. The stuff's in the videos on Amazon. Just search for it. And I was like, you know what? Let me continue trying to be helpful. So I went ahead and knocked that out. Yeah, but here's the thing, you know this, when you do it once, you're sweating bullets. Maybe there's a little pucker, right? Maybe there's a little something going on, right? Then you press another. and you press another, and now you're like, I got this. I feel very confident. I can throw anything in that press and I can do it. Because what you'll learn is even if you mess up, most of the time you can fix the mistake. And there is such a thing as under pressing a book. And if you feel like it is a precarious situation, you under press it. And if it doesn't work, then you press it a little bit more than you did the last time. And typically, if you do that little extra, it is enough to get the book right where you want it to be. Because depending upon the number of pages, depending upon the age of the book, depending upon the quality of the paper, depending upon the type of defects, I mean, depending upon so many different factors, you have to make these little adjustments. You cannot just plug and play, right? I mean, if you're doing mostly modern books, all the same age, that kind of stuff, maybe you can learn. If you're bouncing back and forth between Silver Age and square bound and modern books, there's tweaks and adjustments. There is an art. There is an art to comic book pressing, but it's also a ton of fun. So what is this? Aluminum on bottom and top conducts the heat better than all the backing boards. Yeah. So, I mean, I think that if that process works for you, I say go for it, right? At the end of the day, I never tell people what to do. I give people things to think about, right? And so I have received more 9.8s than not with the process that I use, and I'm very comfortable with that process, right? So in my press, I have a heating element at the top and I have a plate at the bottom. And like I said, my results kind of speak for themselves. If you're getting similar results, I say keep doing your thing, because there is no right way. There is no wrong way. It's a question of, does it work? And if it works and you get the results, then there you go. That's what you do. And my chat just went out. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. I don't know what does that. That is not good. Scrolling. So a couple of comments here. Most of my books, I guess you're saying you press most of your own books. Occasionally you'll send an expensive one out for a professional touch. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Oh yeah, you'll make your money back. And yeah. Very quickly, you'll make your money back. I'm having to read the chat over here. So man, it's all good, brother. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Scrolling through the comments here, seeing what else you guys are talking about. All right. So again, I just wanted to talk a little bit about a couple of things. If you guys missed the top of the live stream, what we did is we talked a little bit about these amalgamation characters that an artist is putting out there, essentially mashups of Marvel and DC characters, some kind of cool stuff. Showed the guys Twitter feed. So you guys can always check that out if you're interested in seeing those mashups. I showed you guys a cool book that I picked up as a result of my interview with my man Clayton Crane a couple of weeks ago. This is a cool book that he actually really, really likes. It's a cool cover. Picked up a couple of copies of this book. I ordered it the day I interviewed him, and it was basically delayed a couple of weeks. It literally just came a few days ago, and it's just been sitting out there unopened in the outer room. And then the last thing is I showed you guys these things right here. These are some Regie Collects stickers that are going to be coming hopefully soon to the website, regiecollects.com at some point. So really cool stuff. Wanted to give you guys just a little bit of insight into some other stuff that is actually happening. What is this? I'm going to tell you, brother. There is something magical that happens when the dawn washes over your fingers. There's something special that happens. I'm telling you, there is magic. There is magic that ensues, my friend. And there just may be a series that is coming out talking about washing the dishes. I am going to wrap this thing up. It was going to be a quick chat. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me for just a little bit over here on the Twitch machine. I hope that we can continue to try to grow this side of the channel as well, in addition to the YouTube side. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out. If you need to reach out to me, you can do it on Instagram, which is my preferred way to communicate, and that is Regie Collects. If you need to send me an email, you can do that as well to Regie@regiecollects.com. But if you need me, I am not too hard to find. Take care.